everyone, this is Dawn, and today I'm going to show you how to make this shaker ornament card. We're using supplies from close to my heart, and the stamp sets come from the Holiday Cheer kit. It's this month's special. We're going to use the tree and the snowflake from the Whimsical stamp set and the base of the snow globe from the traditional set. These are available until the end of November. And then we're going to use the sentiment from Holiday Trimmings, the Merry Christmas at the top. The thin cut sets that we'll need are the Ornament thin cut. We'll be using the topper. And we'll need the largest rectangle from Stitched Rectangles. And then we will need the Shaker Ornament thin cut set. I've cut a circle using mint cardstock. We'll be using the light side of the cardstock, and we're going to stamp the tree in clover ink right in the middle. We'll get that down, and then you'll notice that I like to clean my stamps right after I stamp with them, just to keep the staining down. That doesn't change the image impression. It's always the same, but I just like them to be as clean as I possibly can keep them. So the next thing I'm going to stamp is the snowflake using Carolina ink, and I'm going to random stamp snowflakes. And a basic art principle is odd numbers are more pleasing to the eye. So I like to keep things in odd numbers if I can. The next thing I'm going to stamp is the sentiment, and I'm putting scratch paper down underneath the white cardstock because the image is longer than the cardstock piece is. So I'm going to float those ends over the scratch paper and then just center the Merry Christmas on that white daisy piece of cardstock. And last is the snow globe base, and that's in candy apple ink as well. So I'm done stamping. I'll get all my stamps and ink out of the way, and then we can start assembling the shaker portion of the card. I'm using the broad tip glue pen. I'm gluing the mint cardstock to the snow globe base. And then I'll smooth it out with my bone folder. And I've got the silver sequins. There are little stars in there. And so after I've taken a pinch of sequins, I'm going to pick out a little iridescent star and glue it to the top of my tree. I'm using the Tombow white glue to do that. And I'm starting the acetate and taking that protective film and getting it started, and then I'm gluing or sticking the acetate to the foam base. And I've got several videos on how to assemble the shakers, so we're going to go through this pretty quickly. So that foam, the foam squares that you get with this are extra, and you can use those on a different project. I'm using the anti-static tool to keep the sequins from sticking to the sides of the foam. And I've cut the stitched circle out of silver glitter paper, and I've run it through my Xyron. Okay, so now we're ready to start assembling the card. There's my card base. It's a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 standard card. And I will put all of the cardstock sizes to build this card. I'll list everything below, along with links with all the supplies. So I'm attaching the Holly Jolly paper with the broad tip glue pen, and then the sentiment right below it. And then the next thing is to attach the shaker to the card. I'm going to cut off the very top of the ornament because I've cut a topper to use instead. So I'm attaching that with the white Tombow glue. Because it's a dimensional piece, the white glue is thicker and it seems to work a little bit better. And then I'm attaching the topper. I've cut it in silver glitter paper. And I've just decanted Tombow glue into the fine tip glue bottle. And it makes it a little bit easier for tight spaces. So I'm going to attach that. And then the next thing to attach is the white border, and I've cut 2 stitched rectangles from white daisy cardstock, and I'm going to glue them together for a little more dimension and stability. They're very fiddly, so it makes it a little bit easier to work with when you have a thicker piece to go down. So I'm using the Tombow glue to glue those 2 together. And then after that, I'm going to use score tape. It's 1/8 of an inch score tape to actually attach it to the card. So get that down, and then I'll remove the protective covering from the adhesive, and then I'll place it on my card. So all of the supplies I will list below, and they are the Holiday Cheer collection is available until the end of November, and then the rest of the supplies are available in the November-December catalog. And you can get them in my online store. I appreciate you spending a little time with me today, and please leave a comment, and if you haven't subscribed already, please do so, and thanks for watching.